Good morning, all together. My name is Bertolt Kaufmann. I'm from Passive House Institute from Darmstadt in Germany, and I have the honor to say hello, to welcome you all. And first of all, thank you very much for the organizers to invite me here to speak. I will have one session tomorrow, and where we can come into into deeper discussion. What I want to say, organizing a conference is just the right thing to do right now. Well, it's communication. And with that respect, very many critics from Wolfgang Feist, who is too busy to come here. So I'm, as a representative from Passive House Institute, he sent me. But Wolfgang sometimes said, well, it's communication. You should talk together about your project. And with that respect, talk about your projects, check for details, ask the experts who are presenting their projects, ask them for details, because this is what you need afterwards for your projects. Talk about concepts, maybe talk about regulations, but please talk before about concepts and then about regulations. Talk about quality, please. We need, for our Passive House, mainly we need good quality for the realized project. We need good quality for planning, and therefore, only with that we can come to a good end. And as our clients, our customers, they buy the better product. They buy Passive House, they go to Passive House because they know this is a better quality, and then you should not disappoint them. Well, for example, when talking about quality, just one small example, it's airtightness. You know, I'm reported standard buildings in UK are not really airtight. Maybe no numbers now. But this is one good example to explain what's meant with quality. Well, and with that, learn from the experts who are presenting nowadays, today. And and I hope to see you next year for the next conference to see your projects, what you hopefully will do right now and start now. And last thing, the organizers have put together some tours to already realized projects. I think this is another very important thing. So not only talk on a theoretical way, but go on the building site, go to these sites and look what has happened, to learn for your own projects. So thank you very much, and I wish you have a good 2 days conference. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Bertolt. We're delighted to have you here representing the Passive House Institute today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Chris Herring. I'm chair of the Passive House Trust, and I'm chairing the plenary session today and debate later on. Mainly, I want to welcome you, but first of all, just a little bit of housekeeping, just to remind you about mobile phones, although I'm told there's no reception here anyway, so it doesn't matter. Fire exits here and at the back, so if you hear the fire alarm, it means there is a fire, and exit through those exits. And I believe no smoking, obviously, anywhere in the building, so need to be outside. So I'm delighted to welcome you all here today to this 2011 Passive House Conference. It's the first time that we've run a conference like this with a collaboration between the Passive House Trust and BRE, and it's been really an interesting development to work together on it. We also have a steering group that grew out of the one-day conference last year, and the steering group has been working very hard on the content, and many of the steering group are actually speaking here today, and if you want to know who they are, you can also look on the the conference website as well. So it's the first time we've run a 2-day Passive House conference in the UK. And we've split the conference up a little bit, so today is more of an overview about Passive House, and tomorrow is intended to be more technical, so more technical presentations. And I know some people will actually are only here today, and some are going right through the 2 days. And it's the first time at a Passive House conference in the UK, so say there was one last year, but first time we've had a formal call for papers, which I understand has been quite a steep learning curve for those involved in putting this conference on, because I can't take responsibility for the organisation at all. But the team who have, it's been quite demanding. But it's been quite interesting because it's identified some excellent research that's going on and some projects that most of us organising involved didn't know about, including some from abroad. So we've really tried to bring in a wide range of experience and a wide range of projects into this conference. And as a result, we've got over 50 speakers during these next 2 days, which I think is quite stunning, really. We've got 4 site visits, and we've got 15 breakout sessions. So this is a really packed 2 days for all of us. Just a little bit about the mechanics of the day. As you will realise, this venue is interesting in terms of its geography and finding a way around. Because everybody's down here now in this cinema, we're going to keep everybody here for the plenary sessions this morning. So we're going to run right through this morning till lunch without a break as such with the key plenaries. When we finish at 12:30, then there will be coffee and food at levels 3 and levels 4. And if you can go to both levels, because the exhibitors are up on level 4 and level 3, and clearly they want, you want to see them, they want to see you. So levels 3 and level 4, and there is a conservatory, of course, on level 3, and food will be served in both. And then in the afternoon, the breakout sessions will be on levels 3 and 4, except for one breakout, which will come back down here. So it's just so you understand the sort of structure of the day, if you like. Before we get going on the meat of the conference, I'd just like to say a few thank yous as well. We have 2 main sponsors, Interserve and Rockshell, and we're delighted that they're here and that they're sponsoring, the key sponsors for this conference. If you want to find out more about their work, you can do that later on. We also have 2 launches in the next, today in fact. BRE are launching their Innovation Park competition at lunchtime on level 4, sorry, okay. There will be an announcement, sorry. Kim Mead from BRE will make an announcement at lunchtime as to where the launch is, but you think it's level 4. And then later on, Isaver are launching their multi-comfort house competition on the terrace. That's this afternoon. So 2 launches. I'd like to thank everybody who's been involved in organising, so, well, the exhibitors, clearly, and sponsors, all of the speakers who are going to give of their time in the next 2 days, and the organisers. It's taken a lot of work to get this conference together. It's been quite demanding. It's the first time we've done this format, and the first time we've done a conference so big. I believe we have 270 here, something in that area today, and slightly less tomorrow, because there's slightly less capacity. I've been asked just to say that we, next year, which it seems a little previous to do that when we were just starting this conference, but we would like to move outside London. We're not necessarily keeping this London-centric. It felt the right venue this year, but we will intend to move out to somewhere where there are good site visits. So that's an ambition for next year. And really, I'd just like to wish you all a very good conference. I hope we all have a very good time. I very much appreciate you all coming to this conference, and I think together we'll make something very special. So thank you. We're going to move straight into, because we're quite tight on time, we're going to make straight into our first session, which has been entitled An Introduction to Passive House, but in a way it's some overviews on different perspectives, if you like, from Europe and from the UK. We're going to have 3 20-minute presentations, and then there will be questions afterwards. So we'll keep, if you can keep questions for after the presentations, so we can keep on time as far as we can. Just to say that we won't be taking a break during these sessions right through to 12:30, but if you need to take a comfort break, a good time, and I will say this again at that time, will be during the question and answer sessions at 11:15. So we don't disturb speakers while they're speaking. But doing questions and answers is obviously a lot easier. So I'm delighted to welcome Ismail Daoud, who's from the Brussels Ministry of Environment, Sustainability and Energy, and he's going to talk about the adoption of Passive House as the Brussels City Standard. Ismail?